All right, anyone else? Okay. And you're going to advise Mr. Dukes not to make any statement at this time, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dukes, you'll have the following bond conditions. You are to have no contact with the victim or her family. That includes attempting to contact her, have others contact her or her family on your behalf. Do you understand the no contact order?
Yes, sir.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Murder Mysteries, the channel where we examine America's most disturbing criminal cases with clarity, precision, and a commitment to understanding how these incidents unfold inside real communities. Today's report focuses on a case that has generated intense concern among parents, educators, and child safety advocates across the country. It involves a man once trusted, celebrated, and honored in his profession, former Teacher of the Year Dylan Dukes. Authorities say Dukes crossed every professional and moral boundary imaginable when he targeted an 11-year-old former student with more than 60 love letters, gifts, and physical attempts at contact, including unwanted hugs.
First, I'd like to express my appreciation to everyone who was involved in this case. The urgency and seriousness has not gone unnoticed. As a husband and father, it is my responsibility to ensure the safety and well-being of my family. Given Mr. Dukes' unrestricted access to our family over the years and the unknown intentions of his obsession, I cannot feel secure in knowing that he is not going to put my family in danger. I ask you to consider this in any decision that is made today.
Prosecutors allege he showed up repeatedly at the child's sports games and even her family's church. Investigators later discovered multiple photographs of the girl displayed inside his classroom. Dukes ultimately pleaded guilty to first-degree harassment and received a suspended 3-year prison sentence, along with 5 years of probation. As part of that sentence, he must surrender his teaching certificate, complete mental health counseling, and abide by a permanent restraining order that bars any contact with the victim.
Not to make any statement at this time, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dukes, you'll have the following bond conditions. You are to have no contact with the victim or her family. That includes attempting to contact her, have others contact her or her family on your behalf. Do you understand the no contact order?
Yes, sir.
All right, based on the charges, I'm going to set this as a $50,000 surety bond that you will have to have posted prior to being released. You can either have a bail bondsman post that for you, or you can have someone post a cash bond in that amount, which would be held and returned to them once the case is disposed of, or you can have someone post a lien against real property in Anderson County. Do you have any questions on how to post your bond?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Before we continue, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you never miss one of our deep dive investigations. Your support allows us to continue bringing forward the cases that matter, the cases that deserve public awareness, and the cases that remind us why vigilance and transparency are essential in every community. Now let us move into the full breakdown of the case. A teacher trusted, celebrated, and respected. For many parents, hearing that their child has been placed in the classroom of a Teacher of the Year recipient brings a sense of relief. The title implies excellence, professionalism, strong ethics, and a dedication to students' well-being. By all external appearances, Dylan Dukes fit that image. He was known among colleagues as a committed instructor with strong student engagement and positive classroom interactions. In public view, there was no indication of concerning behavior. However, investigators would later reveal that this carefully polished reputation masked deeply inappropriate conduct that appeared to escalate slowly over time. The first signs of boundary crossing. According to authorities, the misconduct began after the student had already moved on from his classroom. That detail is significant because it indicates Dukes initiated personal contact without any legitimate academic reason. Prosecutors say he began writing her notes, letters that were not educational, not supportive, and not benign. These were love letters, emotional in tone and completely inappropriate for an adult to send to an 11-year-old child. The letters expressed affection and longing. Some contained phrases mirroring romantic sentiments rather than anything remotely related to mentorship or guidance. From there, the contact reportedly escalated. Authorities say Dukes would bring gifts to the child, sometimes left where her family would find them, other times brought directly to events. Unwanted physical contact and public encounters. Parents reported that Dukes began appearing in places where he had no reason to be, sports games where the child was participating, church services attended by the family, and community gatherings. At some of these locations, authorities allege he attempted to hug the child without her consent, despite clear signs that his presence made her uncomfortable. According to investigators, these were not isolated moments. They were repeated patterns of behavior showing a fixation that parents and prosecutors described as alarming and deeply inappropriate. Discovery inside the classroom. One of the most troubling details emerged when investigators searched Dukes' classroom. They reported finding multiple photographs of the victim displayed or stored within the room. The presence of those images reinforced the case that this was not an accidental misunderstanding or a misjudged attempt at encouragement. This was a deliberate focus on a child who was not only underage, but also powerless in a dynamic where the adult had once held authority over her. Pictures displayed in a classroom may, in certain contexts, be normal, photos from field trips, class projects, or group activities. However, investigators stress that these were not group images or general classroom photos. They were photographs of a specific girl, found in multiples, and they contributed significantly to establishing a pattern of concerning behavior. The investigation and charges. As the investigation expanded, detectives documented more than 60 letters sent to the child. They interviewed witnesses who confirmed seeing Dukes repeatedly at the child's events. The cumulative evidence, prosecutors said, demonstrated that Dukes' actions were intentional, escalating, and persistent. Ultimately, he was charged with first-degree harassment. While some observers questioned why the charges were not more severe, prosecutors explained that they pursued the strongest provable charge based on the available evidence and the statutes governing harassment and contact with minors in their jurisdiction. Guilty plea and sentencing. Dukes pleaded guilty, eliminating the need for a trial. This plea acknowledged that his actions constituted harassment under the law. In exchange for the plea, the court issued a suspended 3-year prison sentence, meaning he will not serve that time behind bars as long as he complies with all court-ordered conditions. Those conditions include 5 years of supervised probation, mandatory mental health counseling, permanent surrender of his teaching certificate, a lifetime restraining order prohibiting any contact with the victim or her family. The restraining order is particularly important. It provides long-term protection against any further attempts by Dukes to reach out to the child, now or in the future. Community outrage and parental reaction. News of the case spread quickly through the district, leaving many parents shaken. How could a teacher with a sterling reputation, a major award, and a clean background slip under the radar? How could signs of boundary crossing go unnoticed until the behavior escalated into such an alarming pattern? Educators and parents took to community forums, calling for stronger oversight, stricter reporting procedures, and better training for staff on recognizing grooming behaviors. Many parents expressed gratitude for the victim's family, who came forward promptly and reported the conduct before the situation escalated even further. The broader issue, grooming behavior in schools. Experts in child psychology and